Azar and welcome to Mystic Seeker Tarot. I'm a psychic and a channeler here on YouTube, and in today's reading we are going to see what are the mistakes that you had made in your past lives and you should not repeat that in this life. Alright, because once we set a lesson for ourselves, until and unless we overcome that lesson, we go through that lesson, learn through it, and stop making the same mistakes, that lesson is not really over and it gets carried on and on from one life to other. All right, so this will hopefully help you to take the correct steps for your own self and stop doing the mistakes that you're not meant to do. All right, so for this reading I'll be showing you 3 crystals. Please take your time and try to connect your energy with the energies of the 3 crystals that will be shown. Some of you guys might get attracted towards one, some of you guys might get attracted towards 2, some might get attracted towards all 3, and that's totally fine. Take the messages from both or all 3 groups, or even one group that you have chosen for yourself, and leave out the messages that do not resonate with you. Alright, so yes, once you're done with the picking up process, you can go ahead and watch your reading by clicking on the timestamps that will be given down in the description box below. Now I'll be showing you all the crystals. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. So let us see what are the mistakes that you made in your past life, but you should avoid making that in this life. All right, so let me get connected to your energy. And yeah, let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we have this card, and the second one is this one. Okay. Judging from the energies, I am sensing that some of you guys were really passive about your own dreams, your own decisions, your own wants and needs in many of your past lives. All right, because of which you maybe put your needs or your wishes, dreams, etc. very far away, and you gave much more importance to other people's needs, other people's wants. All right, so the duty that one has towards their own self, their own body, their own needs, their own profession, you did not fulfill them in the right manner. So in this life you are being told not to let somebody else take the wheel of your life, or not to take your life too passively. All right, dream as much big as you can. Know what you want for yourself. Know what your true dreams are, what your aspirations are, what your ideologies are, which religion you are attracted towards, which spiritual belief you are attracted towards. Okay, so find your own self, cherish your own self, and have the guts and have the mental strength and emotional strength to support your own self. Some of you guys might have taken birth in a family whose views or whose visions towards life, whose wants and needs towards life is quite different from yours. So you might feel a little bit out of space from the people that surround you, whether that be people from your own bloodline or people from your friends group, etc. And that's because you need to realize that it's okay to be different, and it's okay to have different opinions, different outlook towards life, but you have to cherish it. Okay, you have to advocate it rather than trying to mix up and mingle up with other people's ideologies, other people's belief systems, etc. Okay, so find your own self and advocate your own ideologies, your own things. Okay, and give effort. All right, because I'm sensing that some of you guys did not give efforts for your own self. You would have crossed the ocean for other people, but when it came to your own needs or your own wants, you did not like even move a finger for yourself. Okay, so some of you guys might be a bit procrastinative in this lifetime, or might be a bit lazy, or you might feel like doing a lot many things, but you somehow are not able to put the right energy into the work that you want to get done, or put the amount of hard work that is needed to fulfill your dreams. Some of you guys don't even dream, I guess. Okay, so if any of these scenarios are true for you, you're being told not to do it. Okay, do not live a very passive life. You need to live an active life. You need to work hard. You need to be honest with your hard work. Okay, see, it might be something very small. Like, for example, if you are going to give an exam, you're being told to give honest efforts rather than cheating or asking for answers in the examination hall. All right. Or it might be something big as well for others, because I have seen corruption. I have seen corruption in so many industries. So if at all some of you guys are associating yourself with people who are doing corruption, or who are just wanting a shortcut out of the things, okay, just dissociate yourself from that, because you need to be honest and you need to be hardworking in your own path. If you're already like that, if you don't like shortcuts, if you're very honest, then well and good. You are not making this mistake again. All right. Another thing that I'm sensing from your past life is that some of you guys really had like some duties to do, but you did not do those duties in the correct manner. And those duties were towards your own profession. All right. So maybe some of you guys were stuck in certain professions, but you did not do justice to it. So you're being told whichever profession you are in, all right, or if some of you guys are students, keep in mind that whichever profession you will be in the future, you need to do justice with it. You need to be honest with it. Do not try to give your work to somebody else, or do not try to hold on to someone else to show the way always. Okay, make mistakes, it's fine. Take chances, it's fine. But you have to like let yourself fall down so that you can go through the experience. If some of you guys are very scared about taking any risks in your career or in your studies, you are being told not to do that. It's okay to like take a chance and then fail, all right, rather than just be passive and not even take that chance. Okay, so take risks, take calculated risks, take chances in your profession and give your best into it. Okay, something tells me that in your past lives, probably one or two past lives, you were very emotional. Okay, some of you guys might even be emotional in this life as well. But what you did was that you took some of the wrong decisions because you listened to your heart and you did not listen to your consciousness. You did not listen to your higher self's voice. Okay. Most of the times, what happens is that people get misleaded by something that they think is their soul's voice. Okay, but it's actually not our soul's voice. It's actually something like the brain is telling us, and it's giving us justifications so that it can take the wrong path for us. Okay, so you need to understand that the mind has three types of voices, and one of those voices is like what we call is driven more by ego, and it wants you to do mistakes. It wants you to stay in this realm and not go higher. And oftentimes we mistake that voice as meri man ki awaaz. Okay, something that is coming from my heart. So let me just get into this relationship. Just let me just take this decision for myself because my heart is telling me. Okay, it's usually not that. It's usually not the heart telling you. It's at least for you. I'm sensing it. Okay, so try to connect with your inner self. The more you will be connected with your inner self, the more you can avoid mistakes that your mind forces you to follow as the like in the name of your heart's voice. Okay, so you can do meditative practices. You can do breath work, you can do yoga, you can do meditation, whatever it takes. Okay, just connect your own mind more with your higher self and try to ward off any other things, any other feelings, any other images that your mind is showing you. Okay, it will take some time. It won't come that easy. I'm so sorry, I'm stuttering. Full moon is coming, so uh, I just get a bit disturbed during this time. Right. So this is something that you need to keep in your mind. Also, you're being told not to make any mistakes. Like, see, whenever you get stuck in a situation where you feel like, should I do this, should I do that, should I take path A or should I take path B? You need to understand that for you, for your life, all right, you always need to see the pros and cons of the things. You need to evaluate things from a practical manner and not from the manner of your heart. Okay. So let's say you have $5, right, and you want to invest it somewhere or you want to spend it somewhere. Your heart is telling you, okay, let's spend it because it's just one life. We have to live it to the fullest, and your mind is telling you, no, let's invest it somewhere. All right, so you need to see that, okay, if I invest it, maybe tomorrow that $5 will change into $10, and then I can just invest, like, then I can spend it on a much better thing. So that is a much more calculative and practical manner of thinking. So you need to take plan B, which is the more practical manner, than listening to plan A, which is something that is driven by your heart's voice as per your mind. Okay, so yes, this is the thing. Let's see what else. If possible, try to feed some animals or donate in some shelters, because you need to be kind towards animals. Right, let's see what else. Right. This is a very deep message. Okay. See, you guys are being told not to indulge in any kind of intoxication or addiction. Okay. Any kind. Whether that be social media addiction, whether that be addiction to food, whether that be addiction to a certain person, addiction to substances, whatever it is. Okay. Because that is something that you need to overcome. In a lot many of your past lives, you guys have been addicted to something or the other that just ruined your life in the long run. All right, let's say for example, like in some of you, like for some of you guys, you were addicted to a person so much that when that person left you, you were devastated. Okay, and you did not resume your own duties, the duties that you had towards your family, or the duties that you had towards your own self. All right, so this is something that happened with some of you guys. Also, some of you guys, yes, you were addicted to substances that were harmful to you, whether that be food, whether that be alcohol, etc. All right, so you have to avoid any kind of addiction at all costs. That is non-negotiable for you. Anything that you try to make your escape, whether that be a person, whether that be an idea, whether that be phone, whether that be movies, you can take anything in a moderate manner. All right, even if you want to, let's say, smoke or drink or anything, take it occasionally, that's fine. But depending on it for some emotional upliftment or for forgetting your own sorrows, that's not correct. Okay, even using social media for that matter. Right, let's say you are very lonely and sad and you are not feeling good. If you just depend too much on social media, like doom scrolling on internet, doom scrolling on Instagram, etc., to take yourself out of that negativity, that's not correct. Okay, so you can do all these things, but in a very moderate and balanced manner. But the moment you depend on these things for escapism or for euphoria, you will see that you are accumulating negative karma. Okay. Also, do not be controlling. Never try to control anybody in your life, whether that be your parents, whether that be your sibling, whether that be your children, whether that be your best friend, whether that be your spouse. Do not do that. Okay. People have their own minds, people have their own discriminative thoughts. All right. They are supposed to take the right way. And if they do not take the right way, that is their own karma. God has given everybody a mind. God has given everybody the chance to connect to their higher selves. All right. So your duty is not to make somebody deliberately follow your path, or even if the path is correct, even if you are directing them in the correct manner. It should not be forceful. It should not be deliberate. You should not be the one who constantly corrects people into doing the right thing. All right. Just advise people 1 or 2 times and rest. Leave it for themselves. Okay. If they take the correct choice, that is on them. If they take the wrong choice, that is on them. All right. What happens is that when we try to control people, whether that be for our own selfish interests or for their own benefit, what happens is that the karma that they are meant to go through is left unfinished. All right. Let's say they are meant to learn a lesson through a difficult time, and the choices that they make will help them grow or help them learn some things. But when you point them out and when you deliberately tell them to take some decisions that are good for them, because you know that that is good for them, what they do is they take it based on your choices, based on your decisions, and the lesson that they were meant to go through and the karma that they were meant to go through is left unfinished, and you take the negative karma. All right. Like the negative karma is, it just gets transferred on you, because they did not complete their own life purpose because of you, although you thought that, okay, I am helping that person. All right. So whether that be for your own benefits or for that other person's benefit, do not try to control or mingle anybody else's decision. Okay, you can just advise them 1 to 2 times, but let them take their own decisions. Let them marry whoever they want. Let them do whichever job they are going to do. Let them go whichever place they want to go. Okay, do not control anybody, right? So yes, these are the messages that I'm getting for you, Group 1. Hope it helps. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hey Group 2, welcome to your reading. So let's see what are the lessons that you did not learn in your past life and what mistakes you should not make in this life. And also my apologies if I sneeze in between or if I just stutter, because it's full moon, so I might stutter. And also since it's since I've got allergies, I might sneeze, but I'll try to cut that video off. All right. But yeah, sometimes it's just not possible in between the channelings of the messages. So my apologies in advance. Right. So yes, without further ado, let's see what mistakes you should not be making in this lifetime based on your past life karma. Okay. Right. So we have this card and this one. First of all, try to complete the tasks. Okay. Whatever you have in your hand, you need to complete it. Okay. It might seem like a very small lesson or a very small mistake, but trust me, it had some big impacts in your past life, because of which this lesson is getting repeated in this lifetime. So whether that be small tasks or whether that be big projects, you need to keep in mind that, okay, I will finish it on my own. I will not try to tell my friend to finish my project, or even if it's a movie, try to finish it till the titles, the credits start rolling. Okay. If it's a task, try not to depend to complete it. Like, try not to depend on anybody for its completion. Try to take your own responsibility. The more you take your responsibility and do your own tasks, you will see that this life lesson of yours will get completed. Okay. Otherwise, I'm sensing that like its effect might come around into your life as hindrances. Okay. So since you might not be doing your tasks on your own or completing your tasks on your own, you will see that certain hindrances keep on coming in your life, small hindrances. Okay. So small disruptions might come in your life because of that. So this is the first thing that you need to keep in mind. Okay. Second thing I'm sensing, never ghost anyone. Never let any conversation unfinished. Do not hang people up because you are not able to take the impact of the conversation, or the emotional emotional stuff. Okay. See, some of you guys might have this habit of avoiding tough conversations, whether that be conversations with your parents or your friends or your ex or your partner, etc. Do not avoid any deep conversations, or do not avoid any tough conversations just because you don't want to deal with it. Okay, you need to deal with life's practicality as well. Some of you guys might also have this habit of running away from certain problems or running away from certain scenarios and taking refuge in some other things. Let's say, for example, you're not feeling good because you did not get good marks in your exam. So instead of addressing it and sitting with the question paper and seeing what are the mistakes that you made and how you can solve it, and how not to make those mistakes in the next paper, what you do is you go out with your friends, or maybe just take your phone and scroll through Instagram, so that you can avoid the pain or avoid the negativity that you're feeling inside of yourself. Okay, some of you guys might even ghost your friends or your people when you are stuck in some negative conversation with them. All right, so do not do that. Do not try to avoid people. Do not try to ghost people. Do not try to avoid any situation. Do not try to avoid any reality. Escapism is something that you should stop doing. Okay, face people, face your problems head on, and try to solve things. All right, or at least try to give inputs, try to understand other people's thoughts, their perspectives, and try to understand, like, try to introspect yourself regarding what are you doing wrong in that matter. Okay, because I'm sensing group number 2, a lot of you guys are very like in kind of a denial state regarding your own mistakes or your own negativities, because of which you might think that I don't have any negativity within myself. All right, but it's just like you might be thinking this just because you haven't introspected yourself in a deep manner. Okay, so start introspecting yourself and start positively criticizing yourself as well. Until and unless we introspect ourselves and we become our critic, we are not able to grow in our lives, because we are just stuck in that zone that, okay, I am good, I am best, I'm a good person, I'm happy, it's fine, things are good. All right, so growth stops the moment we feel that we are the best or we are okay. It's the world that is having faults and all. Okay, some of you guys, if you blame your friends or your family or maybe certain negative people who did something wrong to you, know that you deserved it. That is why they came into your life, to feel those feelings that maybe you made them feel in some previous lives. Okay, so if there are certain people who make your life difficult, know that nothing is a coincidence. Their presence in your life is not a coincidence, and sometimes villains are needed so that the hero can recognize its potential. Okay, without a negative input we can never understand the impact of the positive things. All right, so they are just playing their own parts, their own role that was written in their purpose in this lifetime. All right, so if at all some of you guys blame somebody in your past or maybe in your present for bringing some kind of negativity into your life, know that it was their role, it was their life purpose, and they did the correct thing. Okay, and like, take whatever you can from that negative situation. Okay, try to learn the lessons. Whenever life gives you some kind of negativity, you need to introspect and you need to search for the brighter side, that what is it that you can take from that event, rather than just seeing the negative side of it. Okay, okay, I'm sensing group number 2 that Another lesson, another mistake, sorry, that you should be avoiding is getting too attached to something positive. All right, whether that positive thing be your victory, whether that be your mind, your skills, your family, your achievements, your money, etc. Okay, because time and again life will give you good things even in the future. I'm not just talking about now, okay? I'm not just talking about your present life, I'm talking about your future as well. So time and again you will be achieving different things, different good things. Maybe in the future you will be in a happy relationship with someone, maybe you will be achieving some awards, maybe you will be getting the amount of salary that you wanted for yourself, or maybe buy a house, etc. So never attach any strong emotions with the victories or the good things that you have in your life and feel proud about it, okay? Because that proud can turn into pride. All right, your ego might get too attached to it, and once it starts attaching itself too much with something, it just makes us feel that okay, we are superior in some or the other way and other people are inferior than us. So it starts looking at other people in a condescending manner, and that is something that might bring in a lot of negativities or even take that victory away from your life. All right, so do not look down upon anybody if they have like something, if they don't have something that you have. Okay, this might as well present as spiritual ego in some of you guys, that okay, I am better than this person because I'm more spiritually aware, or why are people so like shallow these days, why are they not into spirituality, why don't they understand this, understand that. Okay, everybody has their own timestamp to achieve different things. We have also been in their places, they will also be in our places. Okay, so it's just a part of the game that we all have to go through. All right, so never look at somebody in a condescending manner. Never let your mind think that okay, somebody is less than me just because they are not aware of spirituality, just because they are not aware of the reality, or just because they have less of this or that. Okay, you also have to play proper duties towards the relationships that you have in your life. So be honest towards the duties in your, like any kind of blood relationship or any kind of friendships. Okay, we all have duties towards ourselves, towards our parents, towards our siblings, towards our spouse, towards our friends. Okay, and you need to fulfill those. So be there with them whenever they need you. Take care of their health, take care of their mental health. Ask if they're doing okay or not. Ask if it is something that they need. Okay, because at times people don't tell us things, people don't communicate with us, they just suffer in silence. So be a true friend, be a true child, be a true husband or wife or spouse. Okay, so bring in honest efforts into your relationships. Also, if you're a pet parent, first of all, keep a pet only when you can take full responsibility of that pet. If you keep a pet just for your own entertainment purposes, or just for the fact that you are feeling lonely and so I'll bring in some animal into my life, do not do that, because that will bring in negative karma for you. Even if it's fish, or even if it's crawfish or shrimps that you keep. Okay, because some people are into keeping insects as well, insects or maybe fishes, etc. So no matter how small that creature is, you need to take full responsibility of it and not take it just for, not keep it just for your own like sake of happiness. Okay, right, let's see what else. Okay, lastly we have the dream. This is a lesson of letting go. Okay, some of you guys will have to let go of something or the other at some point in your life. Okay, So it might be that you have to let go of your parents when they are old, okay, and when it's time for them to depart. You might even, some of you guys might have to let go of a loved one. Some of you guys might have to let go of a friend, a lover, an animal, a creature, okay, a job, something, okay, a dream, something that you feel too much attached. All right. And this lesson is also attached to the previous messages that we had regarding too much of attachment towards something. Okay. So there will come a time where universe will deliberately remove something from your life simply because its purpose is over from your life. So you need to learn to let go at that time. Okay. So too much of attachment will bring in some kind of a negativity in your life, because it will not let you get detached from something that does not mean to be in your life anymore. Okay. So keep this in mind, that whenever things go in the wrong manner and you feel like you are losing a connection or losing a person or losing an opportunity or losing a contract, etc., just let it go and accept it as fate and start looking for something new. Okay. So yes, these are the messages that I'm getting for you, group number 2. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye bye. Hello group 3, welcome to your reading. So let us see what are the mistakes that you should not repeat in this lifetime of yours. Also, full moon is approaching, so I might stutter, and also I have allergies, so I might sneeze. So my apologies in advance, because at times when the messages are just getting channeled in a very fast pace, it's not really like possible for me to avoid the sneeze, so I cannot cut in mid-sentence and channel the thing back again. So yeah, I'll try to cut off any such thing, but in case if I'm not able to cut it out during editing, my apologies for the same. Right, so let us begin with your reading. I'm sensing some of you guys might even feel attracted towards group 1. So if that's the case, go ahead and watch that reading as well. Maybe some of the messages might be for you. Right. So we have this card and this one. First off, you need to be as polite and as humble as possible, especially if you have taken birth in any of the prominent fire signs like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? Or if you have some fiery element in your chart, because I'm sensing that if you are born with something in your chart that indicates that you might have a terrible temper or a short fuse or anger, etc., you need not to comply with it, but you need to resist it and get out of it. Okay. So be humble as much as possible. Be soft as much as possible. Whenever you get triggered or get angry, pause yourself, take a few moments to your own self, and then say the things that are correct or take the actions that are correct, rather than just jumping into the situation in a triggered manner. Okay, so you need to understand to control your emotions fully. Okay, it might take your whole lifetime for some of you guys, but that's completely fine. All right, even if you take one step at a time and 1% of progress each day, then also it will accumulate, and like the amount will be so much big in the long run. Okay, so know that you need to control your emotions, you need to control your temperament, you need to control your words, your actions as much as possible. And be humble as much as possible. Okay, do not let any big victory get into your head or make you feel that you are superior, or do not let any of the life circumstances which make you feel privileged, okay, do not let it get into your head. Okay, do not let your beauty get into your head. Do not let your power get into your head. Do not let your connections get into your head. All right. Also, some of you guys are being told that if you have like a family or maybe friends who have a lot of connections and they can make your life easy through it. Like for example, let's say you want to get a job in a certain company and your friend is working there and he can arrange a job for you, okay, and you don't even have to give an interview there. All right, do not take that advantage. All right, do not depend on any connections that your family or your friends have, because like in a way you are taking unfair advantage of something. Okay, you might have a lot many things around you that have a lot many connections, but do not take any unfair advantage. In today's world, a lot many people say that make use of your unfair advantage, it's good and all that. It might be good for them, you don't know. All right, so for some people it might be the correct way, but for you specifically, I'm sensing that taking any unfair advantage of a connection, not of any talent or not of something that you're born with, but I'm talking about connections, okay, specific connections, and in monetary situations where you get a job, or maybe you get a seat, or maybe you get a ticket to somewhere, or maybe you get like admission in college or school, etc. Do not take any unfair advantage, okay, regarding materialistic things, regarding money matters, regarding finance matters, regarding career matters, okay. Rest, other parts you might take, but these are the things that you should avoid. Legal issues as well, okay. Do not take any unfair advantage in case of legal matters. I don't know, this is a very specific message for maybe someone who's listening to this reading, but do not take unfair advantage of power. Like, I don't know, somebody who's listening to this reading, they have like muscle power with them. They might have bouncers or people who just can use their strength to take advantage of others. All right, do not engage in that kind of thing. Do not. Right. Another thing that you need to avoid is looking at your past. Okay, if you have come out of some situation that was negative, or if you have come out of some friendships or relationships that just did not work for you, or maybe some jobs or career paths that did not work for you, do not repent, do not lament of regarding whatever happened in the past. Okay, if it is not in your present, do not give even 1 second of it, like 1 second of your present energies into it. Okay, because time and again you will face certain things in this lifetime which will not work or work out, or which will not end up in a way that you wanted it to end up. So take it as a lesson, or take it just as a karmic cleansing, and just let it go. Okay, and time and again let go of people who do not feel as if they belong to your own vibration or to your own soul tribe. All right, because different types of people will come into your life, but you have to be very cautious regarding who you share your energy with, because other people's energies will like affect you a lot. All right, they will affect you tremendously. Your overall character, your overall energy will always be dependent on the 5 or 6 people that you spend your time with the most, whether that be your family, whether that be your friends, whether that be your colleagues, whether that be anybody. Okay, so the people that you spend the most of your time with, your life will mimic them. Okay, your subconscious will mimic them. So if you spend more time with negative people who think about things in a negative manner, you will yourself become like that. All right, you will become like them, your mind will become like this. Even if you don't want to, your subconscious will just keep on dragging things from their own life and keep on making it its own, right? So try spending time and try engaging with positive people, high vibrational people, people who are focused on their life, who are focused on their growth. And if you feel like there's nobody around you who is like that, it's fine. Spend your time with your own self, spend your time with your higher self. Okay, be your own best friend, and like try to eliminate the loneliness that is there within you. Okay, be sharing and caring, do not gatekeep any things. because that's a very big lesson that you need to learn. Even if people do not like bring back the things that you did for them, okay, if they do not reciprocate, try to be the good person, try to be the bigger person, and try to play your part in a positive manner. Okay, I'm not telling you to go into each and every person that is out there and help them out even if they are not asking you to, but I'm just saying that if somebody comes to you and wants your input or wants your help, do not deny them just because you want to gatekeep it, okay, or you do not want to share it. Okay, if you have something, if you have some knowledge, if you have some idea, share it with them. Okay, because whatever you share with your own goodwill, that will come back to you, whether that be coming back from that person or somebody else, but universe will like reciprocate it back to you. Okay. Okay, this might be a very specific message for somebody, but I'm sensing that do not take the burden of anybody else's mistakes. Okay, like at times what happens is that I'm just giving a wild example because I haven't seen this thing in my life, but let's say your best friend did something wrong. Okay, and like the teacher is asking who did it. Okay, and you just stand up and to save your best friend, you just take the blame on yourself that okay, I did it, I was the one who did this mistake. Okay, do not take anybody else's blame on your, like on yourself, just to save them. This might be a bit more complicated in some of you guys' life, okay, because I'm sensing that like your close relationships might be like might bring some sort of a similar situation in your life. So whenever you see that somebody else is making some mistake or bringing some drama into a family situation, do not take their blame as your own, okay, because they need to go through that lesson, they need to go through that cleansing. All right, so do not take anybody else's blame on your own self. Let's see what else. So if you guys are being told to dream big, okay, in this lifetime you have been given a lot of free will, which was the same case in a lot many lifetimes, previous lifetimes of yours, but you did not dream big, because of which you did not reach to a certain potential that you could have reached, and you did not fulfill a lot many materialistic goals of yours that you could have completed, okay, that you could have achieved. So this is like all those things are being carried on in this lifetime. So if you ever have any materialistic goal of yours, you try to complete it, try to achieve it within this lifetime. All right, let's say you are craving for an ice cream, try to like have that ice cream in this lifetime. Okay, do not try to just say yourself, no, everything is Maya and I'll let go. No, even if you let go it in this lifetime, the one desire that came in your heart, it has to be fulfilled. All right, the materialistic needs have to be fulfilled for us to evolve more and go towards the more of a spiritual path. Okay, spirituality does not get completed before the materialistic needs get completed. Okay, so know that dream big, okay, dream big, have high hopes for your own self, have high materialistic goals for your own self, and work hard for that. If you like keep materialistic goals high and really work hard for them, universe will definitely help you into achieving all those things that you want for your own self. Okay, yes, do not dream unrealistic things. Okay, let's say for example you are earning 5 rupees per day now, and you suddenly start dreaming that okay, I will earn 5,000 rupees per day now. Okay, that jump will not be possible because your mind will not be able to comprehend it. Your subconscious mind will not be able to accept it. So the jump should be more like practical, that maybe from 5 rupees per day you can jump to 50 rupees per day, or maybe 25 rupees per day, whatever it is. But try to like not jump from a small dream to a very big dream, but make it more methodical and more practical. All right, but that does not mean that you should not be dreaming about anything and you should let your materialistic goals go. No, try to fulfill as many materialistic goals you can for your own self, whether that be small goals or big goals. Okay. Try to fulfill all those things as much as possible. Focus on your career because your career is very important in this lifetime. So yes, your career, like making yourself into a person, into a very established person, is one of your life purposes. So do not let go of the opportunity and think big, dream big, and just try to like give everything, give your best into bringing that dream of yours into reality. Okay. And lastly, we have this card, and yeah. Yes, lastly, I'm sensing that this is a very important lesson that you need to learn, a mistake that you never should make. Okay. Whenever you are feeling extremely angry or if you are feeling extremely triggered, do not say or do something to other people or to your own self. Okay, that will bring in a lot of negative karma. And some of you guys might even see that whatever you say during those times when you're feeling extremely negative, all those things might manifest for yourself, or all those things might manifest for somebody else. Okay, like for example, if you're feeling very angry with me and if you say to me that you will get your karma back, you will fall down the stairs, maybe I actually will fall down the stairs. Okay, and that was not written in my karma. That was something like maybe I hurt you, that is why you said all those negative things to me. But maybe hurting you was my life purpose because you hurt me in some other lifetime. Okay, so what you do is, instead of accepting your karma, you inflict me with something negative because of your emotions, and you build up a new negative karma for yourself. Okay, that you have to wash off in maybe some other lifetime, or maybe in this lifetime. Okay, whatever it is. But know that your emotions will guide you in the negative manner, in a negative manner, when they are at its peak. So do not say or wish or think or do anything negative when you are feeling extremely sad or extremely angry or extremely devastated. Okay, try to distract yourself during those times. Take yourself out on a walk or do anything else. Just do not let your mind take the steering wheel. Okay. So yes, these are the messages that I'm getting for you, group number 3. Hope it helps. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. Bye bye.